Om Sarvvedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Okay, verse number 394, please read. Vaktavyam kimu vidyatetra bahudha brahmaiva jiva swayam brahmaitat jagadatatam nashakalam brahmadvitiyam srutihi brahmaivahamiti prabuddhamatayah santyaktabhaya sfutam brahmi bhuya vasanti santata chidanandatmanaitadhruvam jahimalamaya koshe aham diyothapitasam prasabhamanila-kalpe lingadehepi paschat nigamakadita kirtim nityamanandamurtim swayamiti parichiye brahmarupena tishtha jahimalamaya koshe ham diyothapitasam prasabhamanila-kalpe lingadehepi paschat nigamakadita kirtim nityamanandamurtim swayamiti parichiye brahmarupena tishtha. It's a beautiful advice of the teacher to the student. In all these descriptions, don't forget the Guru and the Shishya, with which the whole text started. I hope you sometimes remember those verses. The attitude with which the student approaches the teacher, and the flourish, the grace, the joy, the bliss with which the teacher answers the question. And it is continues, still continues. And the teacher says, Brahmarupena tishtha. May you always exist, being one with the Brahman, the Absolute that you are. Again and again, the same type of precepts, advice, revelation, instruction, call it whatever you like. Again and again it is given that you be yourself. It doesn't say depend on me. Hold on to this book. Chant this mantra, hold your nose, bury yourself underground, look at the stars and sky, lights inside, none of this stuff. Straight away, the teacher reveals the absolute nature of this wisdom, where you are that wisdom. Bhaktavyam kimu vidyate atra. What is there to talk? Brahmaiva jiva swayam. You yourself are the Brahman, the absolute. Any person being ignorant doesn't know about it, and therefore everybody takes himself to be whatever they have and never know who they are. A very simple logic. If you take yourself to be who you are free, happy, immortal, absolutely blissful. If you take yourself to be what you have, the limitations of whatever things that you have shall come to you. That is why in the process, you are only making yourself miserable. The body doesn't make you miserable. The creation doesn't make you miserable. None of these things in this universe has an agenda to torture, to torment, to destroy. Even every individual, however ignorant he is or she is, doesn't have a plan for suffering. When you are trying to study, it is for getting a job, getting happiness, getting money, getting things, being more comfortable. When you have to go for a travel, you don't travel to be miserable. When you are getting into a relationship, you don't relate to be miserable and frustrated. Every time the purpose is to be happy and contented. Then why is it that everybody ends up being miserable? That is because you are searching for happiness in wrong place. You are searching for limitlessness in limitation. Searching for immortality in mortality. Searching for security in the things that are insecure. Holding on to money or wealth, how can ever anybody be secured? That is why the ignorant person, Maya Madiraya, completely inebriated, understand that language, completely inebriated, drunk by that wrong idea, just like a drunken man falls on every electric pole. This person is now jumping from job to job, things to things, sensation to sensation, person to person, gods to gods, religions to religions. And at the end of the day, the person is still frustrated. For some time you can hold on to something and delude yourself that you are very comfortable. But soon, either the object disappears or your hands drop. You can't hold on to it. Same thing also emotions. Object of your emotion disappears or your emotion being fragile changes. Same attraction doesn't exist. The person doesn't exist. You yourself are a different person. You don't like the same thing again. How many things you have changed in life? Just see that. That is why so beautifully Shankara says, no, bhalastavat kridasaktah tarunastavat taruni raktah vruddhastavat chintamagnaha parame brahmani kopina lagnah. Nothing can be more beautiful than this verse. Balastavat kridasaktah. The child is busy playing with the toys. And some people never grow up. They are grown up and they are playing with the different toys. As a child, if they are playing with the non-living toys, tarunastavat taruni rakta. As a grown-up young man or woman, you are interested in another grown-up toy, another man, another woman. You can go on changing the toys, you can go on changing partners. Tarunastavat taruni rakta. Go on changing jobs, money, situations. Bruddhastava chintamagna. And soon the old age comes in. You don't have the agility, vitality of the child or the youth. Only chintamagna. Lost chances, lost opportunities. What I should have done, what I could have done, is already too late. Parame Brahmani kopina lagnaha. Nobody is interested in knowing himself. This is the sad declaration, compassionate exhortation by the wise man. How beautifully Shankara says, Because all that you have is continuously changing and dying. So what all you have, if you take yourself to be, imagine, you shall drag the limitation of that something to yourself. Therefore, if you see yourself, Brahmi Bhuya Vasanti, being one with the Brahman, the Absolute, they are reveling in themselves. Chidananda Etad Dhruvam, and this is Dhruvam, Satyam. Something which never changes. The scripture doesn't say, hold on to this or hold on to that. Neither the Guru says, hold on to me or hold on to this practice. In the real teaching, you are the source. You are the truth. You hold on to yourself. Where there is absolutely no dependence of any kind. But a child, have you seen a child? The more the child says, baby, go to school, the more the mommy says to the child, baby, go to school. Why? Because the mommy wants the child to grow up, be independent. The child goes, comes back, I don't want to go to school. Why? Company of mommy is much more interesting than the school. The child doesn't understand that he must grow up. The mommy doesn't slap the baby. Okay, today you come, right. Tomorrow you go there and take some toys and go there. See, so many children are there, you also play. Slowly, you induce the child. The mother doesn't hate the child. Because she loves the child, she takes the pain of kicking the baby out. Go! Or else you will have a grown-up dependent baby in your hand. So the mother suffers the absence of the lovely growing child. 8 hours when the mother is at home, she is waiting for the baby to return. But when she comes back, she doesn't show that weakness. How was the school? Nice. Doesn't say, I missed you, baby. No. She might have missed him, but never the mother will say that to the child. Why? Because the fellow will hang on to her mommy. The mother's love is, let the baby grow up and independent. Tomorrow suppose the child grows up and kicks the mother and say, I'm going. What did you do to me? Thank you. Bye-bye. Why? She has done her job. That is how exactly the teacher and disciple. A Guru-Shishya relationship, as I told you so many times, the greatness of the teacher is not in how many hearts he has created a dependence for himself, but how many hearts he has taken out of the need for the dependence. People feel very proud to say, oh, so many people follow me. I don't want to be a leader. Nobody need to follow me. You be the leader. You live your life. It is not you creating a dependence in somebody's heart. You help him to grow up. But the child will like to come back from the school because he wants to play. Like there's some human beings never grow up. They are grown-up babies. Previously they were holding on to mommy, papa, job, this. Now they hold on to God, tradition, practice, teacher, something somewhere. The person never grows up to be happy with himself. So when you see this, that's why the whole exhortation is what? Brahmarupena tishtha. Brahmarupena tishtha. Don't say it as a Shishya-rupena tishtha. Be my disciple, my donkey all the time. No. Brahmarupena tishtha. Be the absolute. You understand how sweet it is? Only a free person understands the value of freedom. Understand? If you are not a free person, you shall never, ever make somebody free. Because when you are bound, you need somebody, you are hanging on to that something. So you are bound, you want other person also to be binding to you, binding to you. Because you are not free. And the moment you are bound, understand. You never understand the value of freedom. What it means to be free. If you are free to depend, you are a wonderful person. You are free to depend. You choose to depend. Dependence doesn't bring you any security whatsoever. Like that celebrated story in St. James' Park, London. One day a man came up and sat down on a bench. In those countries, every park has too many benches. You can sit down wherever you like. So this man sitting down. Nearby, there was another person who was selling birds. So in a cage, there are 30 to 40 birds, baby, small birds. The love birds and, colorful birds. And each one, some 10 pounds. The person asked, how much it costs? 40. How much? 400 pounds. Everything I want to take, 250 pounds or 300 pounds. Okay, 300 pounds. The person gave 300 pounds and brought the entire cage of birds. Then goes 2 feet walking, opens the gate. Everybody flies. The person who sold the birds was flabbergasted. Are you stupid? What are you trying to do? You spent all that money to make them fly away. He said, brother, have you ever gone to a prison? I am returning from prison today. You understand? I understand the value of freedom. When you are free, you cannot make somebody dependent on you. Understand? Because the price that you have to pay is enormous. If you make somebody dependent on you, now you have to play to the expectations of the individual. Always people love to depend upon. Listen carefully. Always people love to depend upon. They never understand what it means to be depended upon. That is why when somebody starts depending upon them and they cannot fulfill the expectation, that is the time they shall understand the value of freedom. When you are depending, you are demanding, you don't understand anything. It's like when the mummy tells the babies, don't come late, come at 12 o'clock. Before 10 o'clock you must be at home. Sure, 22-year-old, I don't know what to do now. She must get married, he must get married, the mummy is having a headache. And the children tell him, don't worry, I will do it. No. Don't worry about it. Do you think we are babies? Why are you worried? No. Now the same girl who says all these things, when she gets a baby, from 2 days onwards, she is worried. The child was talking back to the mother. Why are you unnecessarily worried? But now this girl, when she becomes a mother, this boy, when he becomes a father, now suddenly they are so worried, they don't know what to do. Same also. Depending upon somebody is very nice, but once you are being depended upon, suppose somebody depends on you complete and starts demanding everything from you, you will feel so suffocated, you will run out. Understand? Please think. That is why Be yourself, happy with yourself. Because you are the happiness, understand, I told you, object of love is source of happiness. Since I love myself, I am the source of happiness. Since I am the happiness, I cannot resist loving myself. So I am the source of love. I am the source of happiness. And therefore, from that fulfillment, you relate to everybody. And in that fulfillment, you celebrate your relationship with your body. Jahimalamaya koshe aham dhiyotthapipasam atthapitasam utthapita asham. Aham dhiya utthapita asha. Because of the aham dhi, ahankara, this asha, this dream, this desire is projected. What is that? Malamaya koshe aham dhi. That this physical body, which is the carrier of lot of dirt, deliberately that language is used because the person who is falling in love with the body, you give a very dirty picture of the body. Just like a person who smokes, you show him a perforated lungs. Have you seen the picture of a perforated lung? It's like a horror movie. Have you seen the picture of the, cancer of the, what is this one? Tooth or the cheek? There is a hole. Take a picture and show it. Hey, if you chew pan, this will happen. If you chew betel nut, this will happen. Looking at the, now you can't say, why showing this picture? That is because some minds are so gross, unless you show this horror picture, they will not understand. So when in the scripture, the teachers talk about the body is dirt, full of urine and facets and all that, beauty, pus, nice description, huh? Stinking, deliberately I'm using it, how nice, dirt in the body, don't talk like that. Why? You are falling in love with this dirt. Malamaya kosha. Because if the dirt goes from your body, you will be dead. Lose motion for 2 days. Yes. He's saying yes. Mahadeva. Lose motion for 2 days. The person is dead. Total dehydration, dead. So the dirt sustains you. So what is this body? Dirt. Now somebody says, no, it's not dirt. It's so beautiful, Miss Universe, Mr. Universe. Okay, scrape the flesh and put it in a bucket and say, Mr. Universe. Kiss it. Miss Universe. Embrace it. Miss Universe in the bucket. No, it's all designer. Are you getting? That is why people try to keep themselves healthy and clean. Physical body, the moment you see it in a very dirty condition, you can get switched off for the rest of your life. That is why people don't want to show them in an ugly way. Whereas the truth, the absolute, is like a $500 euro bill. 500 euro dollar bill. Have you seen? $1,000, not $1,000, $10,000 Singapore dollar bill. 1,000 rupee Indian bill. Okay? Take the story. Very interesting. I don't have money now. I wish I had money. Oh, you have some money? Okay. Example will be very clear. It will be immediate. Oh, wonderful. Enough. 100 is enough. Highest bill. 100? Okay. Oh, 500. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Danke. See? $500 bill. You see this 500 rupee note? Huh? Don't be afraid. It will go back to you. Okay? Alright, like this. I put some mud also into it. Just dust put into it. Will you take it or not? Come on, will you take it or not? You will take it. Even if I put it into dirt, you will take it because you know this is. Oh. 500. See? Even if it is dirty, why? Because if you remove the dirt, which is removable, $500 bill, 500 rupees note, consciousness absolute. Doesn't matter it is associated with this Malamaya Bapu, this body which is dirty, dying, the thoughts whichever. Memories can be anything, creation can be anything. It never gets entangled or lost in that. It remains as precious as ever. A piece of diamond, even if it falls on the cow dung, it makes no difference to you. You take the diamond, was the thing. But if you want to pass on the cow dung as the diamond, nice cow dung balls, dry it up, diamond. Will anybody take it? Then how come you are so affected, so much taken up by the body? That is why you feel frustrated. Why people try to keep themselves young and attractive? Some men, some women spend their whole life trying to be attractive for the others. They hate themselves, but they want to look attractive for others. And others go on changing because in this youthful market, you cannot be eternally young. Your body shall grow old. Miss Universe shall be Miss Ugly. Mr. Universe shall be Mr. Fragile. You cannot have it. But in that body, down and out, in the changing thoughts, there is one thing, consciousness. Eternally young. Ajo nitya saswatayam purana. It never gets destroyed, affected. That is why, please see. That is why when you know the person so well, that he is the happiness, I am the happiness, this absolute, even if sometimes the person is angry, upset, this or that, you don't take it seriously. Why? Because you have seen the most precious part of the person. Same thing about yourself. You appreciate that. Brahma rupena tishtha. Prasabha manila kalpe lingadehi paschat. So first with the gross body, then prasabha anila kalpe. Anila means vayu. This fragile air, prana, which sustains, stands for your subtle body, lingadeha, in whose presence body responds. In whose departure body drops dead, cannot get up. Even that linga deha, there also do not do that. Aham buddhi, I am that, because that is a body, a kosha, that's not you. Then what shall I be? Nigama gadita kirtim nityamananda murtim. Nitya Ananda Murti, eternally the embodiment of bliss. You are the bliss itself, which is Nigama Gadita Kirti. In all the Vedas, Upanishads, they talk your glory, that happiness, that bliss that you are, Swayamiti Parichaya. Parichaya, being introduced to you to yourself. The teacher's job is to introduce you to yourself, not giving you a new identity. That is the beauty of this knowledge. The teacher introduces you to yourself. It doesn't give you a new identity. Because already we have been overtaken by so many identities. Father, I am the child of the father, child of the mother, brother of this brother, sister of the sister, brother and sister, that type of role. then a student, then a young boy, young girl, then educated, job, and then physical body itself, young, adult. So many roles I have picked up, so many roles I have picked up. And all these relative roles suffocating this individuality because the I does not know anything about himself. Professional identities, personal identities, the person is overtaken by both. So when you are tired, frustrated, overwhelmed by these type of identities and go to a teacher, instead of helping you to know yourself, if the teacher gives you a new identity as a follower of this practice or the follower of this religion, then that religion becomes a disaster. Tired of everything, you look for solace in a religion, and that religion becomes your trap. Tired of everything, you go to a person for freedom, and that person becomes your trap. He traps you or she traps you. What a trouble it is. Imagine, friends, imagine. That is why Upanishads help you to introduce to yourself. Swayameva parichaya. Introducing, initiating you to yourself. And when you are thus familiar with yourself, you know who you are, Brahmarupena tishtha. Always be there. Brahmarupena tishtha. And be the changeless. Play with the changes. Be who you are and play with what you have. The living becomes a beautiful game. Having told this, now continues, read. Savakaram yavat bhajati manuje stabadasuchi parebhyasyat kleshah janana marana vyadhi nilaye yadatmanam shuddham kalayati shivakaram tada tebhyo muktaha bhavati hi tadaha srutirapi Shavakaram yavat bhajati manujastabadasuchihi parevyasat kleshah janana marana vyadhi nilayah yadatmanam shuddham kalayati shivakaram tada tebhyo muktah bhavati hi tadaha srutirapi. See how he goes on changing these meters. That's why you must be knowing, familiar with the Sanskrit, even to chant this one also, you must remember all these, where, how quickly it changes. Because you see, when you are in a great mood, your language has no limitation. When you are in a happy mood, sometimes you, in a short sentences or small speech, oh, great, wow, excellent. Oh, what a fantastic thing, huge description. Because you are crazy. You have gone crazy. Absolutely happy with yourself. So, the creativity to the fore, to the extreme. And look at Shankara's mind. How beautiful. One after another, he's just literally belting out one after another music. Discs one after another. What songs, what meters. This body. So he says, first he tell you, Brahma Rupena Tishtha. Be one with the Brahman, the Absolute. And then choose to live your life. Brahma Rupena Tishta does not mean, you are the Brahma. Yavrandi, who are you? Brahman. Pagal. Listen carefully, being with yourself for your consumption. The truth is not for others' consumption. Understand? Truth is not to show off. Hey, just like $1 billion. Think. Suppose you have got a $1 billion or $1 million or $5 million in your bank. Do you show it to everybody? Do you show it to everybody? Do you tell everybody? Please tell me how many people you have told honestly how much money you have got in your bank account. Have you ever told to anybody? Nor you carry that whole money with you. Or going for a shopping, for purchasing one apple, $5 million check. The other day I went to a crystal shop. Somebody wanted me to purchase a crystal for them. So when I went to purchase the crystal is very costly. The vat itself is some $200, $300. The gentleman who said, Swamiji, I will pay for it. When you come home, you pay it off to me. I said, okay. So I said, $1,500. He said, no. I can't give $1,500. Why? Not that he doesn't have money. His card he has kept only for $200 limit. Why? By chance he loses, let it go $200. But suppose he has got $25,000 limit. What a headache. In 1 minute, everything will be wiped out. Somebody can take it away. So you may have millions of dollars in your bank account, but how much you show? Whatever is needed, the $5, $10, $20, that much business you do. Infinite wisdom is for you. You don't tell everybody, I'm Brahman. What do you think of me? They will say, you are not. Who? You will be pushed into jail. You don't say that to anybody. You behave as the situation demands. Dukkhe, dukhi, sukhini, sukhavan, bhogini, prapta bhoga, murkhe, murkha yuvati siva, bhagmini, prauda bhagmi. In the assembly of the fools, you behave like a fool. Murkhe, murkha. In the assembly of the fools, you are the biggest fool. If they ask you, is it sun or a moon? You don't say, what a stupid fellow, what type of stupid question you are asking? The answer is, I am also new to this place. So they feel, wow, very nice man, eh? But if you say, oh, what an idiot you are, you don't understand the sun or moon, you will create an enemy out of it, unnecessarily. Murkha. In the assembly of the fools, you behave like a fool. In the assembly of the poor, poorest. In the assembly of the rich, richest. Because you have all the possibilities in you. Who can play that role? Only if you know the absolute. Dukkhe, dukhi. In the assembly of the miserable people, you are most miserable. Sukhe, sukhi. When somebody is smiling, why should you be miserable? When somebody is miserable, what are you showing your teeth for? So you immediately find your level. Understand? Like a water. The water finds its level. The wise man finds his level everywhere as it is. That is where you become such a beautiful person. Your presence is not felt anywhere. You are existing. So, it's a huge, beautiful description, Brahma Rupena Tishta, being that you be yourself all the time. Then play your roles. If you forget it, this will happen to you. Shavakaram yavat bhajati manuja tavat asuchi. Tavat manujaha asuchi. That long manava manuja, putra, the son of Manu, manava, the human beings, asuchi. You shall be impure, mortal, limited, as long as you are holding on to savakara yavat bhajati. The physical body, which is a shava. Shava means dead body. And what is the dead body? Anything that is seen, drushyam, nasyam. Anything seen is subject to changes. Creation is seen, continuously changing, Body is seen continuously aging, changing. Sense organs are seen continuously changing, aging. Thoughts are seen continuously changing and aging. All these are known as the Shava. Parebhya klesha. Anyebhya, parebhya, anyebhya. You get the klesha. Not knowing yourself who you are, when you identify yourself with the Shavakara, with everything that dying and changing, you cannot escape klesha. Pain, grief, misery, limitations in life. That is why, please think for your life. Whenever you have looked for pleasure somewhere, you are getting into trouble. Whenever you look for security somewhere, you get into problem. Whenever you are looking for love, affection somewhere, you shall get into problem. Why? Because what you are looking for is not outside there somewhere. It is not inside either. It is yourself. Understand? That is why parebhya klesha. Whenever you are looking for it somewhere. No, Swamiji, I did not find it here. How can I not look somewhere else? Hey, if you did not find it here somewhere outside, the entire outside comes under that category. If one man doesn't give it to you, monkey. Like Kuranga has come. Very sweet. Okay, it's not very sweet, huh? You have to put some nice crackers. You guys, monkeys are there. No, all monkeys must go out. One day you give for the monkeys, okay? Or else they will finish up the whole place. Anyway, just think. If one person, understand, anybody somewhere or anything somewhere doesn't give me happiness, that means in this creation of time, place and objectivity, there is no object which can give satisfaction to everybody at all times, at all places, all conditions. There is no such time when everybody will be happy. There is no such place where anybody will be happy. Therefore, the entire universe of time, place and objectivity is negated as what? As a source of happiness, not as source of sustenance. For your sustenance, you need everything. Every fruit, every vegetable, every person, everybody. For your happiness, there is nobody. If you equate sensation with happiness, and therefore you think another object, another sensation. If mushroom with a taste doesn't satisfy your hunger forever, cheese with another taste doesn't satisfy your hunger forever. Because no food can satisfy your hunger forever. Are you getting that? As if no food can satisfy your hunger forever, but can give you a temporary satisfaction, no human being or so-called love and affection can satisfy your emptiness for love, your search for fulfillment forever. That inner hunger will continue until you find it yourself. Mushroom is not cheese, but hunger will not be satisfied. Different sensation will come. A man is not another man. A woman is not another woman. They will give you different types of sensations, but satisfaction you will never get. Why? They can't give it to you. Because as much you are looking for satisfaction in them, they are also looking for satisfaction in you. If you feel happy being wanted, or if you feel happy somebody wanting you, the other person feels happy being wanted. Either of the person one changes. Are you getting that equation? I am happy being wanted. Other person happy wanting. So you have a need to want somebody. I have a need to be wanted. Mutual, we are fulfilling each other's demand. You want to be, somebody wants to be wanted, and somebody is wanting, lacking, or desiring, whatever. So if one person's desire changes, he no more wants to be wanted, or the person doesn't want to want anymore. He is tired of wanting. Why should I be only loving, by begging? Or the other person says, enough of too much demand. The whole relationship goes fut. Are you getting that point, please? Understand the point. So as long as you are holding on to this Shavakara, you shall see you have got klesha, grief. So if you have a grief in life, you are looking for something somewhere where it is not. Therefore, what shall I do? Yadatmanam shuddham kalayati shivakaram amalam. Yada atmanam shuddham shivakaram amalam kalayati. When the person atmanam kalayati thinks of himself. Shuddham, pure, there is nothing other than it. Shivakaram, auspicious, deathless, Shivoham, Shivoham. Then, tada tebhyo muktah, then free from the hold of these other things. And who was holding on to it? The objects were not holding on to you. You in your ignorance are holding on to the object. So you find the fulfillment in yourself. Suddenly, listen carefully, objects you don't give up, because objects you can't give up. Your dependence you give up. You understand? Nobody asks you to give up the object. Nobody asks you to give up the world, because it's not yours to give up. Are you getting that point? What is yours? Object is yours or dependence is yours? What is yours? The gold is yours. The gold is your creation or dependence is your creation? Only dependence. So what can you give up? You can give up only what is yours, not what is others. Huh? Please understand. What can I give up? I can give up what is mine. Oh, but I cannot give up. Right? What do you mean you cannot give up the dependence? What it means is I cannot give up being miserable. How pathetic. Are you getting the statement? You say I cannot give up dependence. Do you understand what you are talking? If you say I cannot give up dependence, what you are trying to say is I cannot give up the misery. Huh? Misery I want to give up. Then give up dependence. Language. You understand the language? Like you ask a person, you want to eat meat? Yes. What about a dead cow? What is meat? The language. Suppose you go to the restaurant and they written, dead cow, 20 rupees per plate. Dead pig, 20 rupees per plate. Dead chicken, 15 rupees per plate. Dead fish, 5 rupees. Choose. When you look at that thing, this is stupid, insensitive menu. These fellows don't know how to do business. I'm going. Another person has written mutton, beef, pork, chicken. Pork, na? You fork out money. Eh? Pork, na? Fork out, right? Dead pig. These fellows don't know what to ask for. How can they talk like this? But this is what it is. I want to get out of dependence. True. Misery. So, do you know what you are talking? When you say, I cannot get out of the dependence, what does it mean? You are telling, I cannot get out of misery. So, you don't want to get out of misery? No, of course, I want to get out of misery. But if you don't get out of dependence, you can't get out of misery. So, get the hell out of dependence. How? Being yourself. Shavakaram bhajati amalam. And when you get out of this, then you choose to depend. Be happy with yourself. But you say, I'm very happy with myself, but why not one chocolate every day? Yes. But that will kill you. I am immortal. I love to be killed by eating chocolate when I'm 60. I don't want to live more than 60, 70, 80. So what? It's okay. It's a good enough age. I'm not eating that much to be dead. One chocolate every day. So what? Because some people don't eat, they die in accident. Hey, you want to justify. What I'm telling you, understand, I'm not asking you to do that. Huh? What I'm telling is, you choose. You choose your dependence. Don't pass on the guilt to somebody, What can I do? She only told me like that. He only told me that. Papa, you are so innocent. You are a number one rascal. That is why when people come and show their helplessness, kick the choicest part you like. Never sympathize with idiots. If you sympathize with the idiots, they shall further elaborate, expand their idiocy. It's like child. The more you say, okay baby, don't read, come and play now, mommy is calling, finished. You will have a baby in your hand who is permanently playing, bingo. With your sheer love inside your heart, kick the best part, whichever you like. Knock that out. Why? Or else the person will not understand. Aruni, there is a story about that. Dhaumya is the sage, the rishi. Before accepting students, it was a Upanishadic tradition that you test out the student before accepting a student. Now if you put on for the test, there will be nobody. So whoever is there, take them in. Then see. Or else everybody will fail. Because the teachers also like that, students also like that. What to do? Anyway, so the student has come. So one day he says, there is a paddy field. Water is getting into the paddy, out of the paddy field. So please go and close it and come. The student goes, tries to put it up, but he cannot. With the water is flowing. He doesn't know what to do. But he has told, Guru has told, it must be stopped. So the story is, he lies down himself and puts everything around. Now the teacher also is not that somebody has told and forgotten. No. The teacher says something, he remembers. To this fellow, I told this. Let me see whether he's doing or not. If he does, he remembers. If he doesn't do, that also he remembers. He won't tell it out, because if he tells out, there will be guilt-ridden, no. But he remembers. Because if you are a very sharp, sensitive person, you do that. I've asked somebody to do something. Whether do, you recognize. They don't also, you recognize. The student, the teacher knows, why this boy has not come back so late? So he goes in search of him and finds it out. He's lying down. He searches for the teacher, finds, shouts his name, then he replies, then he goes there, then he says, okay, enough. Then 3, 4 of them together, close it down, bring him out. Pass the test. Because what the teacher said, he did. Now this is the, suppose he is pampering the child. Oh, you could not do? Very good. Okay, do it again. You will have a trouble in your hand. If the person doesn't do what you say and you still accommodate, maybe once time, twice, it is very good. After a few times, you should completely neglect, ignore. Why? Because the person is not going to grow up. He has decided to be at that level. So it is good for that person to be at that level. That is how it should be. No problem. Because Shabhakara bhavati, Shivakara bhavati. You hold on to the Shava and you say, I don't want to be miserable. You cannot escape misery. Please see. So as a person, should you, if you are once disappointed with a sound, a touch, a taste, a smell, a sight, a person, a thing, still you should be looking for another sound, another object. Maybe for few times you can do that. But at one time you should understand, if one object could not give me satisfaction, every object is same. If one food doesn't take away my hunger once for all, every food also is like that. If one object, little money or things, did not take away my limitation, my emptiness, nobody can take it away. And I don't want to just forget my emptiness for some time. This is where comes your maturity. Do you want to forget your emptiness for a few minutes? Or you want to be fulfilled for the rest of your life? Decision. That is where comes your mumukshu. A person is desirous of liberation, freedom. When you thus find yourself in absolute happiness that you are, you can choose. And that time, presence and absence of things will not make any difference to you. You are a master walking the earth. So he says that, Shabate datebhyo mukto bhavati tadaha srutirapi. So Shruti also declares that when a person knows this, tebhyo muktaha, become free from those things, liberated once for all. Having told this, he says that we shall see tomorrow. Please read. Swatmanyaropita dosha avasa vastu nirasatah swayameva param brahma purnam advayamakriyam swatmanyaropita shesha avasa vastu nirasatah swayameva param brahma purnam advayamakriyam. So swatmani aropita ashesha avasa vastu nirasatah. When you nirasatah, when you completely negate, what? Swatmani aropita ashesha avasa vastu. All these apparent objects, body apparently changing, mind apparently changing, the whole creation apparently changing, and therefore everything apparent, they are not real. So they are limitations. When you no more impose on yourself, nirasatah, when you no more impose yourself, swayameva param brahma, now you become one with yourself. Not knowing myself, forgetting my nature, I jumped into the stream of changing universe. Then I felt suffocated by the changing universe. But it takes time. That if one thing does not solve my problem, other things also will not solve my problem. That takes time. Are you getting that? Because the person always has a hope. A laddu did not solve the problem, but rasgulla will do, Chocolate did not solve the problem, but cheese will do that. If sunflower oil doesn't solve it, olive oil will do it. Olive oil will not solve the problem, some other thing will do it. Just like that, just like things, if the glass doesn't solve the problem, crystal will solve it. Crystal doesn't solve the problem, gold will solve it. Gold doesn't solve it, diamond will solve it. Same way, if one man doesn't solve it, another man. If one man doesn't solve it, another woman. You can jump from man to man. You can jump from woman to woman. You can jump from object to object. If you are looking for a happiness, security, fulfillment, you shall never get it. Why? They don't have it to give it to you. If you are looking for it at that place, this is not the mistake of the person or the thing. It is your mistake that you are looking for it in the wrong place. They will not give you happiness or comfort. You must learn to be happy with yourself. Shivakara.